Hey guys, well today we are going to be working on the F3. I'm going to start accessorizing this thing so we can get it ready for some summer fun. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to install the Baja Ron Swar and end links. That's going to help the vehicle handle better. I had them on my other bike. I did notice a difference with it, so I do want to put it on these also. And basically what you get is you get a heavier sway bar, okay? And then the links that come from the factory are actually plastic, which I don't like. So we're gonna go ahead and replace those. We have some nice aircraft grade aluminum links here we're gonna put on. And it also comes with some new bushings. Alright, so the first thing I need to do is I need to get this thing up in the air. And you're going to need about 24 inches of clearance under the front end because the bar swings out and then down. And you have to have 24 inches of clearance under it to get that bar out. So let me see if I can get this thing safely up in the air and then we'll continue from there. Alright, so I got her 24 inches. Let's get under there and start taking those panels off so we can get this bar out of here. Alright, so the first thing you gotta do is a series of push pins under here that you need to take out to get these little shields out. So we'll pop these out. One. There's two. There's three. And then there is a torque spit on the back here. So let's not lose these things. Those there. Alright, so this Torx is actually a T30. Let's go ahead and take that out. Okay, so there's the T30 there, and then there's 1, 2, 3 of the other clips. Okay, so we'll put that aside. Now we have access to this. I'm going to take off the other shield, and then we'll get these old links unbolted. Okay, the next step is to get these sway bar links out. There's two bolts, one there, one there. We're going to take those two out. These are 13 millimeter, and then we'll drop that link out of there. I think my ratchet wrench just died on me. Make me do it the hard way, huh? Okay. Okay, get those two nuts and bolts out. Slide that out. Slide that out. Alright, so here is your factory link. And this is basically just plastic. And these swivel points are very tight. They're very, I mean, you can move them, but they don't move like really freely. I'll show you on the new ones. Okay, and then here's the new one. And these swivel around a lot easier. But these are going to be more heavy duty. They're nice aluminum heavy duty stuff. So, alright, we're going to put these aside for now because we do got to get that bar out before we can put these in. Alright, I'm going to grab that other link off of there and then we'll see about getting the bar out. Okay, so you can see where those links went. They connected from the bar to the frame here, okay? There's a couple other things we got to remove. So we have this channel support right here. There's a bolt that goes through with a nut. We got to take that out so we can get the bar out. And then we're going to get these old bushings out also. So there's a bolt holding those on too, like right in the front here. We'll take that out, get the bushings out, and then at that point we should be able to snake that bar out of there. So let me get this bolt out and the bolt for that. We'll pull these two pieces out. Alright guys, sorry about the angles and stuff. I don't have a small tripod that can fit under here, so basically we're just loosening this bolt and taking the nut and bolt out, and then you're gonna end up with a bolt like this, and then the sleeve that goes in the channel, which is this piece right here. It just pops right out, so I'm just gonna take that one out. Okay, once you get that nut and bolt out, then you're just gonna grab this piece and it just pops right out. Okay. Okay, so once you unbolt it, then these bushings come out in two halves. Okay, just pop those out, and now you have the bar, which is just kind of flopping around in here at this point. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take it and slide it like this, and now we just want to tilt it down and pull it out, and there you go, bar's out. So now we're going to put the other one in, just the opposite. We're going to snake it in straight up and then turn it 90 degrees, slide it straight through, and then we'll get things bolted back up again. Okay, so it comes with these new bushings. Alright, you're just going to wrap it around the bar, squeeze it together, and then you're going to slide it into the channel. Now when you put it in, you want to make sure the open part faces up, because you do have the hole there for the bolt, so it's got to go in that way. Okay, once you squeeze it, then you can slide it in there, line it up with the hole, and then we'll put the bolt back in there. Okay, so I'm going to put that bolt in, we'll get the other bushing in and get that bolt in. Alright, so we get the bushing in, there's a bolt that goes through, and then there's a nut on the back side with a washer. And I'm going to say this is probably the hardest part of this whole procedure, is just getting that nut back on the back side of that bolt. You can try to pry this open and wiggle your hand in there. If you got a 5-year-old kicking around the house somewhere, you might want to have them squeeze their little hands in there and hold that nut for you, because otherwise it's a real pain. I did try taking these screws out to loosen this piece up a little bit to give me a little bit of wiggle room. That may help you, but I got those in, so now I got to put that cross piece back in here, and then we'll hook the links up. Alright, before I install these links, this is a tip that I got from another viewer. I want to put a little dab of super glue on here to hold these pieces in place, because they are going to fall out of place and it'll drive you nuts trying to hold them in there. So let me glue these pieces on here and then I'll slip them in. So you got to make sure that these holes line up. So what I'm doing is I'm just slipping the bolt through. Just putting a little bit of glue on there, sliding the bolt in, and then just hold it together for a second. And that way you know when you go to put it together, it's going to line up. Alright, so this link is going to go up in the frame, and then on here, we'll put the name out so you can see it. We're going to reuse the original bolt up here, by gluing those pieces in place, it's going to save you a lot of aggravation trying to get them in there afterwards. Put that on there. And then they supply you with 2 new bolts, because it's a little bit wider than the other one. So this one's going to go here. Like that. Okay, I'm just going to tighten these up. I'll do the other side, and then we'll get these shields back in place. Alright, so we have the new links in now. Okay, make sure we tighten these down, tighten those down. Make sure these are tight. Make sure the bolt for the bushings are tight. So everything's in place now. And I just need to put the shields back on. And then we'll be good to go. Alright, so I get everything bolted back up. She's good to go. I gotta get it off of these jacks. I just want to make a disclaimer here. I do not recommend doing it this way. This is just the way I did it. You lift your vehicle any way you want, but that's on you. So this is how we did it, but don't do it my way. Alright, so we got the new sway bar in there. We got the new links in. She should be all set. So it wasn't too bad a deal. The biggest challenge, I think, like I said, was putting those little nuts on the back of the screws. But once you get that, it's all good. So she's back together off the ramps. Nothing bad happened, so that's good. I guess that's going to wrap up this accessory install, and we'll move on to the next one. All right, guys. Hope you have a good day. I will catch you on the next one.